It is Mankato versus Roseville in the Forest Lake Tournament Championship. On the ice we have Christensen, Frederick, Moss, Graf, and Rodska. Not Moss, McCann, sorry. Christensen dangling through the defense, works to the corner, takes a shot, goes wide of the net. Frederick sends it back down and around. McCann chases it down in the corner. Knocked free by Roseville. Roseville across the blue line. And knocked free by Mankato. I think we're potentially in offsides. Or maybe that one went into the bench. I can't tell. If it hit a player on the bench when it was going off the boards there. But regardless, we'll start at the dot. We got a change. We got Moss, Young, Zender, Phillips, and it's Todd Casper out there. Puck swings around. Roseville gets it. They send it to the middle. They can't connect. We'll go across to the opposite side. Zender with it now behind our own net. We have Liam in net, by the way. Roseville's shot up and over. Roseville defense didn't get all of that one. That one will get knocked out by Mankato. Casper across the neutral zone. Slows it down, sends to the middle, but nobody's there. Roseville knocks it forward. Derek sends it into Moss. Moss right out front, shot! Mankato strikes first. Nielsen to Moss for the goal. 1-0, Mankato, 9:52 left in the first period. Christensen, Holmes, Nielsen, Razga, and Graf. Razga brings it into the offensive zone. His shot goes just wide of the net, across the front. Holmes with it. Knocked free. Christensen picks it up, sends to the center, knocked free by Roseville. Holmes gets a stick on it, gets it back to Christensen. Christensen takes it to the corner, works back behind the net. Sends it cross ice to Rosca. Rosca's shot goes wide. Shot deflected off the goalie's leg pad. And Roseville clears. Icing. McCann, Frederick, Casper, Young, and Zender. Frederick back to Young. Young slaps a shot off the defense. Roseville clears. Zender chases it down. He's got some space across the middle. Ends up on Casper's stick, knocked free by Roseville. Roseville back in control. Good pass across ice. They'll work to the corner. Excellent defense by Young to slow that down. Casper now charges across the middle. He slows it down. Cross ice pass deflected by Roseville, and they'll clear it out of his zone. Roseville has some space. Rosga puts chase. Graf steps up. And there's shot deflected. Good save by Liam. This one ends up on the outside. Moss gets there. He's got it out front. His shot wide. Roscoe sends in a shot, deflected off a Mankato player and covered by Roseville. 7:42 left in the period. Christensen, Phillips, Moss, Graff, and Roscoe. Roscoe from the blue line. Looked like it went off the goalie's glove and in. 2-0, Mankato. Might have deflected off of Christensen, just judging on the celebration on the bench there. So maybe Roscoe's shot deflected off Christensen and in, but regardless, Mankato with the goal. Zender sends it up to Derek. Derek knocks it forward, back to Roseville. They clear it across the neutral zone. Derek now in control. Just step across the blue line. Bumps it forward, but Roseville is there. They get it out of the zone. Holmes skates it back. Back to Young. Young across to Nielsen. Nielsen bumps it forward. It's going to come back to the wall. Roseville in control. They get it out of the zone. Zender's pass intercepted by Roseville. Roseville across the neutral zone. They take it wide. Graff puts on the pressure. That shot just high. This is Christensen up to Graff. Goes off the skate. Roseville knocks it forward. Zender steps up, gets it. He's got space. Cuts the defense, but Roseville knocks it free. Christensen now with it. Takes it to the far side. Sends back to Frederick. They can't connect. This one's going to go all the way back. Graff chases it down at the boards, zips it back behind the net to Roscoe. Roscoe up to McCann. Knocked free. Trayvon hitting it forward. Knocked free again. Let's come back to Graff at the blue line. Graff's pass intercepted. Roseville coming across, knocked free by Roscoe. And Mankato clears. Doesn't have enough zip to be icing, so Roseville knocks it back. Zender with it at the blue line. Steps forward, takes a shot. Goalie pushes it to the side. At Young, Young sends in a shot. Off the goalie's skate, that was close. Frederick to Casper, Casper to Phillips, Phillips in front. Knocked free by the Roseville defense. Good hustle by Zender to keep it in. Casper out front makes a move. Puck's loose behind the net. Cleared by Roseville. Zender sending in the shot. Phillips, I think, got a stick on it, covered by the goalie. 4:23 left in the first period. Mankato up 2-0 on Roseville. Roscoe sends in a shot off the goalie's pad. Rebound picked up by Moss. Moss to Graff. Graff sends it cross ice. Can't connect with Christensen. Christensen picks it up off the boards. He skates around. Passes it back to Graff. Graff sends it back to Christensen. Christensen's hard shot wide of the net off the backboard. Roseville in control. They try to clear. Graf gets a stick on it, keeps it in. Christensen buzzing back to the corner. Passes back to Rosca. Rosca wide open shot, knocked to the side by the goalie's blocker. Phillips putting the pressure on. Christensen knocks it free. Puck's loose in the middle. Christensen gets there. His shot at the goalie's chest knocks it down. Graf knocks it back to the corner. Christensen picks it up. Christensen cross ice for Rosca. Rosca hard shot off the goalie's glove. Good hustle by Mavericks to get that puck again. Moss was in on it. Christensen was in on it. Back to Rosca. Rosca's shot in the goalie's glove. Great shift. Great possession for Mankato. 2:55 left in the first period. Nielsen, Young, Zender, Holmes, and Cosper. Cleared by Roseville. Zender slings it forward. Holmes pushes it up to Casper. Puck back and forth here in the neutral zone. Roseville comes up with it. Roseville charging. They take it to the corner. Backhanded pass. Can't connect. Off of Casper's skate. Puck still loose. Back to the Roseville defense. He couldn't get all of it. And puck ends up behind the net. Casper's pass just long of Nielsen's stick. Goes back to Roseville. Graf up to Frederick. Frederick with it now, sends a shot just to the right of the net, off the boards. Comes back to Roscoe. Roscoe's shot just to the right of the net again. Frederick picks up the rebound, passes cross ice, off of a Mankato skate and out of the zone. McCann chases, gets back in the neutral zone. McCann tried to connect with Frederick in the middle, comes back to Graf. Graf's shot goes wide. Shot, I think that was possibly Frederick on that shot. I looked away for just a second and missed who it was, but I think it was Frederick on that one. 3-0 Mankato. Moss, Phillips, Casper, Zender, and Young come on. Hard shot by Casper off of the skate, goes wide of the net. Knocked free by Roseville. Young, Seaton back, gets around the corner, passes it up to Moss. Moss takes it deep into the zone, comes back behind the net. Graf now has it knocked free. Rosca coming off the bench, slowed that threat down. Roseville still with it, and the buzzer sounds for the end of the first period. 3-1, I'm sorry, 3-0 at the end of the first. Scoreboard shows 13 shots on goal for Mankato, 1 for Roseville. Christensen, Neal, Nelson, Holmes, Graff, and Roscoe on. Christensen knocks it back to Graff off the face-off. Graff passes it back to Christensen. Christensen has it knocked free. He gets it back, brings it up in the zone. He'll dump it. Cleared by Roseville. Roseville dumps it. Christensen sends it off the boards. It comes out of the zone. Offsides. McCann, Casper, Frederick, Zender, and Young. Offsides. Trayvon dumps it. Icing. Just on the wrong side of the red line there. We'll keep the same line. Knocked forward by Miles. Miles across to Trayvon. Trayvon has some space. Good lift by the defense. Passed back to Casper. It's knocked free, comes back to Young. Young's shot goes up and off the glass. Zender sends it back to the boards. Casper to the middle. That shot goes wide. Puck scoots back to the neutral zone. Zender with it. Sends the pass across. It goes off the boards to Casper. Casper through the middle. Makes a move. Shot. Goes right between the goalie's legs. Ref blows the whistle and the puck died without being touched right in the crease. No goal. Looks like Moss, Christensen, Phillips, Graff, and Roscoe. Graff with at the blue line. He sends in a shot, deflected down, goes wide. Phillips and Christian working for it in the corner. Roseville clears it. It's going to come all the way back for an icing. 9:55 remaining in the second period. Mankato up 3-0 in the championship game. Phillips sends it to the middle off the goalie's leg pad. Couple of Mavericks diving for it. Roseville still in charge. They got some speed. Shot Glove save by Liam. Casper, Holmes, Young, Nielsen, and Zender. Stolen by Nielsen. He gets it across the neutral zone, across the blue line, off his skates, knocked free by Roseville. Roseville sends it past Holmes, picked up by Young in our defensive zone. Knocked free by Roseville. They send it to the middle. Young gets it back. He'll bring it across the neutral zone. Offsides. Christensen, McCann, Frederick, Raska, and Graf. Puck comes back to Graf in the neutral zone, passes up. Get onside. Kind of a goofy play there. Just kind of got out of position and an offsides. Loose puck. Picked up by McCann. McCann up to Christensen, back to Graf. Graf passes it forward to Christensen. Christensen takes it to the corner. Oh! Tried to connect in the middle. It goes off the boards. Back to Raska. Raska's shot off the goalie, but in. Great shot from the blue line. Goalie was in position, went right off him and in. 8:21 left in the second period. Mankato up 4-0. Casper, Moss, Phillips, Zender, and Young. Roseville now works around, knocked free by Young. Their shot goes off of Young. He picks it up in the back behind the net. Pass cross ice to Moss. Knocked free by Roseville. It'll come back to the corner. Roseville sends it around. Moss intercepts. Back to Roseville. Roseville has some space. They've got numbers. 2-on-1. And Young knocks it free. Good D. Up to Casper now. Casper taking on 3 defenders. Ends up back to Phillips. Phillips shot off the goalie. Rebound to Moss. Moss sends in a shot off the side of the net. Another rebound picked up by Phillips, but goes wide into the goalie's grasp, I guess you'll say, and for the cover. Another hard shot by Raska, right at the chest of the goalie. Graf tries to send it up off the leg pad of a Roseville player. Roseville out front has some space there. Shot saved by Liam. Raska coming all the way back. Another hard shot off the goalie. Cleared by Roseville. Roseville gets there first. Shot wide. Offsides. Casper, Frederick Christensen, McCann. Casper, Frederick, McCann, Zender, and Young. This is Frederick. He has it out front, makes a move. His shot in. It's now 5-0. All right, Mankato will switch up goalies. Dean is in. Christensen with it. He sends a shot. It's deflected, goes wide. He gets his own rebound. Sends it cross ice to Young. Young can't hang on. It comes back to the neutral zone in front of the bench. He passes over to Zender. Zender can't hang on. Roseville knocks it forward. Christensen comes and gets it. Zender up to Phillips. Knocked free by Roseville. Christensen back with it. His shot off the side, it looks like, or sounded like. Back to Moss. Moss's shot ends up in the middle. Christensen back to Raska. Raska, hard shot, deflected. It lands in front of the net. Christensen back with it over to Moss. Shot covered by the goalie. Casper, Nielsen, Holmes, Raska, Graf. Graf keeps it in. Roseville gets it back, though. Bring it through the neutral zone. They'll dump it. Swings back behind the net. Not free. Casper with it now in our offensive zone. Roseville working at the boards. Tried to clear it. Comes back to Raska. Raska sends it down deep. And bounce all the way back. And Roseville will clear. Graf sends it back in for an offsides. .429 left in the period. McCann, Christensen, Frederick, Young, and Zender. Christensen across the blue line, skates to the corner. Passes it across ice to Young. Back to Frederick. Shot goes just in front of the net. Off the boards. McCann picks it up. Back to Zender. Zender squares one up. Deflected down and to the side by the defense. Loose puck comes back. McCann gets it, sends another one in, deflected to the backboards. Roseville trying to clear it, goes back to Zender. Zender sends it in, deflected to the side. This one gets past our defense. It's going to come back to our defensive zone. Young goes to get it, skates behind the net. Ooh, got lucky there. Lost the puck. Luckily, the Roseville defense couldn't get to it. Cleared by Roseville. Casper now back in our defensive zone up to Phillips. Phillips cross eyes. Oh, little miscommunication there. Zender now with it. Back to Roseville. Roseville shoots one, knocked to the side by Dean. Roseville into the zone, knocked free by Zender. Comes back to Roseville. Roseville out front, covered by Dean. 2:15 remaining in the period. Roska, Graf, Holmes, Christensen, and Nielsen. Graf steps across, grabs the puck, gets it out of the zone. He's get crushed into the side there. Knocked forward by Mankato. Back to Roseville. Roseville across the neutral zone. Christensen stealing it back. Knocked forward and free by Roseville. Roseville with it. They try to clear it, get it out of the zone. Back to Graf. Graf with a kicks. Tried to pick save it and missed. Back to Roseville. Roseville clears it into the zone. Roska's there. Knocks it forward to Christensen. Christensen up to Derek. Derek gets it in the zone. Roska knocks it forward onto Casper's stick. It ends up back to Frederick. Frederick's shot goes wide. Picked up behind their own net by Roseville. Roseville colliding with their own players. Casper has it out front. His shot deflected off the goalie. Loose puck. Still out front. Knocked to the corner. Puck comes back to Graf. Graf sends it across to Roska. Roska's shot wide of the net. Roseville will clear it. Should have an icing call. .31 seconds remaining in the period. Zender, Young, Moss, Phillips, and Christensen. Young sends one in, goes off some players. Picked up by Roseville. Knocked free. They get out of the zone. Offsides. 11.9 seconds left. End of the second period. Mankato 5, Roseville 0. Shots on goal. 24 for Mankato, 5 for Roseville. We'll start the final period of the tournament. Moss, Christensen, Phillips, Graf, and Roscoe. Christensen taking it down, working behind the net. Passes to the middle, intercepted by Roseville. They send it off the boards. Roscoe with it. Shot goes wide in front of the net. Moss picking up the rebound off the boards. Oh, shot just out of Dean's reach. And that's the first goal of the game for Roseville. Five to 1. Roseville taking charge again. Their shot off Dean's stick, comes back off of Dean's leg pad. Roseville picks it up for the second goal of the game, 5 to 2. Come on, Mankato. All right, we got Christensen, Frederick, McCann, Young, and Zender. Zender up to McCann. McCann across the blue line. Tries to work into the middle, stolen by Roseville. Knocked forward. Back to Young. Young sends it in deep for Nason. Roseville's shot goes off the Mankato defense. Another shot back in the middle, deflected. Comes to the boards. Christensen working for it. Frederick working for it. Cross-ice pass to McCann. McCann out front, works to the side. Stolen by Roseville. Roseville charges. Trayvon getting the stick on it, stealing it back. Trayvon into the zone. Has it out front, his shot. Deflected, back to the glass. Pass to Christensen, goes wide. Christensen works back down to the corner. Slows it down, passes, nobody's there. Roseville in charge. They bring across the neutral zone. Young steps across. Young and Zen are doing a great job to slow that down and knock it free. Offsides. Zender, Young, Moss, Casper, and Phillips. Roseville out front. Knocked to the side, shot right in the middle. Knocked forward by Dean. Moss makes a move, knocks it forward. He's got speed. Gets around the defense. He's out front. Good move. Shot knocked free by the goalie. Phillips sends it in. The shot goes wide of the net, off the boards. Bounces back around. Casper has it stolen. Roseville brings it into the zone. Their shot covered, knocked back by Dean. Passed up to Phillips. Phillips with it now. He knocks it forward across the neutral zone. Moss chases it down. Got a penalty coming, looks like. on Moss. Is that an interference call? Interesting. Moss went down on that, got pushed over, but he's called for the penalty. Interesting. So we've got a minute 30 penalty kill. No goal. That went off the post. Holy cow, that was close. Roseville's shot off the post and out. Puck's down in our defensive zone. Christensen clears. It's going to come back for an icing. 52 seconds remaining in the penalty kill. .741 remaining in the game. Mankato up 5-2 on Roseville. 52 seconds remaining in the penalty kill. Roseville from the blue line. Low shot. Sneaks by for a goal. It is 5-3. Mankato taking a timeout. With that goal, Mankato back to full strength. Moss, Phillips, Casper, Zender, and Young. Roseville takes it back behind their own net. They'll fling it around off the boards. Casper gets it, knocked free by Roseville. Roseville trying to clear off Zender. Zender sends it back to the boards. Roseville clears it. Comes back. Zender with it in our defensive zone. Tries to send it forward off the skates of a Roseville player. Casper and Phillips work for it against the boards. It's knocked free off of a Mankato bench player for the whistle. .644 remaining in the game. Up 5-3. Roseville from the blue line, knocked forward by Graff. Mankato clears. Roseville get it in the neutral zone. There, pass forward, intercepted by Christensen. Offsides. Wah, wah. 6:12 left in the game. Frederick, Casper, McCann, Rosca, and Graf. Puck comes back to our defensive zone. Rosca off the boards. McCann and Rosca work for it against the boards. Knocked free by Roseville. Frederick passes it up. McCann gets a stick on it back to Roseville. Loose puck in the middle. Shot deflected wide. Trayvon now up against the boards. Works out of the zone. Still has it. Knocked free at center ice by Roseville. Roseville's shot deflected up into the corner. Rosca chases it down. Stolen, knocked free at least by Roseville back to Casper. Casper now across center ice. Puck knocked free. It's loose. Back to Roseville. Roseville's shot wide and high off the boards. Zender working for it. Phillips comes to help. Roseville somehow comes up with it. Roseville fans want a call. Not coming. Frederick knocks it forward. It's in our offensive zone. Christensen with it now behind the Roseville net. Passes up to Phillips. They can't connect. Roseville back in charge. Their pass goes just a little long. Off the boards. Young goes to get it. He clears. Roseville with it in center ice. Roseville skating ahead. Knocked free by Young. Back to Roseville. Roseville working for it in the corner. Mankato sends it up. Trayvon with it. Has Phillips wide. His shot, oh, off the leg pads. Just about got his own rebound for another shot, but just couldn't reach it. Phillips sends it in the middle, deflected by the Roseville defense. It comes back around. Roseville now with it out front. Oh gosh. Dean, atta baby. Dean diving for it to cover. Roseville shot, deflected off Roscoe. Another shot off the Roscoe's stick. Quick roll. Puck's loose. Mankato gets it out of the zone. It'll bounce off the boards into our offensive zone. Casper gets it out front. His shot deflected. This number 20 is pretty good. He's got space. Working out front, shot up and over. 5-4. 5-4. 2:48 remaining in the game. 5-4. And we're going to get a change here. Liam's coming back in. All right, on the ice now is Christensen, Frederick, McCann, Zender, and Young. Frederick with it in the corner. He sends in a shot off the leg pad of the goalie. Christensen behind the net. Met by two Roseville defense. McCann comes back to help. He gets it, sends it to the middle. Roseville gets a stick on it. Knocked free, back to Young. Young with it in the defensive zone, sends it cross ice. Stolen by McCann. McCann with it in the corner. Passes to the middle. Frederick's there. Frederick's shot. Knocked wide to the side by the goalie. Minute 55 remaining in the game. Up 1. Graff to Frederick. Knocked free by Roseville. Back to Graff. Graff pushes it forward. Back to Roseville. Frederick knocks it forward. He's got space again. Works to the middle. Has Phillips. His backhand deflected wide. Roseville clears. This should be an icing. Minute 20 remaining in the game. Mankato with 31 shots on goal compared to Roseville's 15. We've got a timeout for Roseville. Minute 20 remaining in the game. Coming off of Roseville's timeout, we have Moss, Casper, Phillips, Young, and Zender on the ice. Moss with it in the corner. It comes back to Young. Young can't hang on. Roseville chases it down. Zender gets a stick on it, pushes it back to the outside. Their shot was just to the side of the net. Roseville still in control. Their shot pushed to the side by Liam. Moss sends it out of the zone. 46 seconds remaining. Roseville taking it to the corner. Knocked to the side by the Mankato defense. Moss up to Casper. Casper has it knocked free. Roseville pushing forward. Across the middle. They've got space. Their shot goes wide. Off the boards. What do we got here? We got a whistle. Not sure what it is. Net. Net was moved on that last play there. Don't know if Liam backed up too far, but 20 seconds remaining. Graff, Rick, Razga, Christensen, and Moss. Moss with it, sends it out. Roseville defense keeps it in. Christensen now able to clear. Frederick chases it down. Keep it in the corner. Keep it in the corner. 8 seconds. That's Moss working deep. Met by the Roseville defense. They swing it around. Graff, the clear, hang on, but that's the buzzer. Mankato finishing first place in the Forest Lake Peewee tournament.